What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the Run North podcast. We've been doing this podcast for a while, and unlike Justin Fields, we're still improving. We are talking about week 3 today. We're breaking it down game by game, going by all the games, talking about all of them. It takes us a while to get through that segment. Usually, it should take us a while this time as well. And then, like always, we're picking week 4. We'll update you on the pick leaderboard, the fantasy league, but before we get into that bundle of content, boys, I guess at the current moment, Geek, how we doing?
The question is, do we tell Miller I was the one who came up with that intro?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to take credit, you can take credit.
See, I don't know if I do. He might stab me.
I don't know. He's probably on a plane to Wyoming to kill you right now, honestly.
Yeah, which is fucked up. You said it.
Yeah, he knows that that's a U line. I would never actually say that.
He wouldn't be able to come up with it.
To come up with something like that. Let's be real with ourselves.
He still has his headset on, or he can just hear us.
No, or he can just hear us from his headset.
Yeah.
But that's kind of valid,
I'm
Miller.
sitting over here sharpening a blunt object.
Jesus Christ.
Geek,
Just get back on camera. Not great, but, life is what it is. Gotta just keep moving. I don't know. Everything's bad. Football is worse. That's what I know. I know you don't understand that, but...
Not quite.
How are
yet.
you doing, Jake?
I will at some point. I'm doing fantastic.
Yeah, fuck you.
3 weeks straight of being in first place in the division. I mean, this is so not what I was expecting. There'll be a huge fall off, and I'll be depressed mid-season. But right now, I'm on cloud 9. Nothing can stop me.
I'm so mad about that game. So, first of all, Packers Saints is like the battle of me wishing both teams would explode on the field.
You can switch for a tie.
I just wanted you both to lose somehow, but then there's also the part of me, it matters more for the Packers to lose, and Derek Carr because the division.
Yeah, the division that you totally would have been in the lead of had the Packers lost.
No, that doesn't make a difference, but it doesn't help when the Packers win. I don't want them to win.
It's true.
And I stand by if Derek Carr doesn't get hurt, they don't win. Jameis Winston's so bad at football. Miller, will you get the fuck over here so we can do the show?
No, I don't want to look at Jake.
So look at me then, homie.
That's even worse.
Bozo. Come on, Bozo. Get in the chair, Bozo.
I'm rocking the Kobe Bryant throwback, though.
Oh, yeah, don't run from the grind. Don't run from the grind. Come back.
Bro's running from the grind.
I was running from the grind.
Oh, yeah. I got 2 new phones now, so that's something.
I got 2. Oh, sorry, don't copyright us.
I do. I got 2 phones. iPhone 15 Pro.
It is a factual statement.
Galaxy Fold.
No.
Yeah.
Which one are you giving to me?
Neither.
That's the question. Okay, well.
We can talk about...
Shot, I suppose.
There's always the 14 Pro Max. At least this one doesn't break if you bend on it.
I already have a 14 Pro Max.
Oh, well, you don't need a 15 Pro. I'm weird. New iPhone day is my Christmas, so.
Fair.
And this is the first time I've gotten the smaller phone. It kind of feels great. I don't know how I used to use the weight difference, dude. It's like 2 pounds. This thing is heavy. New one is so light. It's great. Miller, dude, this is like this bit's not funny anymore. We actually have a show to do.
Pretty funny.
Dude, we actually have a show to do. Let's go. I know you're a Bears fan, so just like your team, you can't show up, but let's fucking go.
No.
All right.
Being rude is not the way to get what you want.
Well, I tried to be kind, and you were being a bitch about it.
Let me speak, Geek. Let me speak. Miller, I deeply apologize for the opening comment of the show. I would like for you to come back because I like talking ball with you.
Okay. See, that wasn't so hard.
See, except I was kind, and you were being a bitch about it. So.
It wasn't.
Okay, well, I will always be kind because deeply I don't let football control my entire personality.
Must be nice.
Yeah, that must be nice.
It is nice, very nice, yeah. It's a good life. Let's talk about week 3. Let's break down game by game, opening up with the Thursday night football matchup between the Giants and the Niners.
I didn't even bother watching this game, dude. What?
I don't know what else we expected
Giants bad.
to happen. I didn't watch the game either because it's the Giants and the Niners.
Giants bad. Brock Purdy's luck continues. There's the big parts. Because he was still, dude. I've seen him make 3 throws in his career that are good. Everything else, he just puts in the general vicinity of somebody, and they just make a play. And it annoys me.
It's kind of how it works, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
At this point, I genuinely don't know what quarterback couldn't succeed in San Fran.
Zach Wilson could not. I don't think he could.
I think Zach Wilson might have better mechanics than Brock Purdy, dude.
But he's not nearly as accurate as Brock Purdy.
Yeah, and Brock Purdy's not that accurate.
And he's also stupider than Brock Purdy.
That's fair.
He's also not as smart. Brock Purdy actually has some pretty high IQ.
That's fair.
He just needs to be a better thrower of the football.
That's valid.
They should start the guy who Shanahan really thinks is a good thrower of the football. They should stop being wusses and throw Sam Darnold in there.
He did say Sam Darnold was the greatest quarterback he's ever seen. So
the liberal media isn't ready for Sam Darnold in the 49ers uniform. We understand. We get it.
I'm ready. I love Sam Darnold, so I'm ready.
This implies that Geek is not the liberal media.
I don't know what I am. I am Geek. That is what I am. I geek.
Look at this non-committal loser.
We're not going to get into that whole
cannot
conversation. We're going to move on.
If there's anything,
I was going to start yelling, but we're moving on.
Be a show
I was going to say, if anyone took that any further, I was going to be very mad at myself.
Niners good win game. That's what's going on.
That's about it. Now that none of us watched it, so we really can't tell you any more than that.
I actually did. Well, I watched the second half. I was not home for the first half.
So you watched the worst half.
Yeah.
The one where the Giants didn't do anything. Yeah, well...
And then Daniel Jones got kind of benched. I don't know what happened there.
Epic.
He sucks, and they should not have paid him.
Tyrod Taylor should actually just be their starter. Tyrod the GOAT.
I think it should be Saquon, personally.
Well, he's hurt.
Fine, Matt Breida, whatever.
Also, I'm pissed. I now know Brian Dable doesn't know what he's doing. Gary Brightwell getting carries instead of Eric Gray proves to me Dable's bad coach.
Does it prove to you Dable's a bad coach, or that Eric Gray just sucks?
It's almost like he practices with the guys every day and knows who's better.
See, we say that all the time until those people finally step on the field and look great, and we realize, oh, the coach is just actually... Remember when Kyle Shanahan didn't play Brandon Ayuk ever, and then now Brandon Ayuk's their best receiver? It's almost like Kyle Shanahan actually didn't know what the fuck he was doing.
No, Ayuk had what's it called?
But Ayuk wasn't playing.
Eyes. Yeah, he had issues with his drive. He wasn't working hard like the rest of the guys. And
Ayuk wasn't playing not playing because of talent. He was playing because Shanahan didn't like him and said that, haha, doghouse. Get it? Because we're in an argument and I'm the head coach, so I can bench you.
He was disciplining him.
Surely this is what happened with Eric Gray. Is Eric Gray just mouthed off in practice and they were like, nope, doghouse.
Well, that's my vote.
Breida
and Brightwell are not real football players.
Breida got me 10 fantasy points, so I beg to differ.
This guy.
Yeah, but again, that's it. Not much to say about this game other than Giants are not that good of a football team. So
they are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a tiny bit worried about the Falcons' offense.
Yeah, Desmond Ridder sucks.
I think it might be Taylor Heineke time sooner rather than later, my friends.
Yes.
I've tried to be a Ridder guy, but after the Packers game and this, I can find very few reasons to not at least give Heineke a shot in this offense.
Dude, Heineke at least has some juice. Ridder ain't got no juice. Not even a little bit.
Man. I didn't watch much of this game either, but all I know is that first of all, Bijan Robinson only had 10 carries in this game, which is criminal.
Yeah, because Arthur Smith doesn't know how to use his players. He's good at scheming things, but he doesn't know how to put good players on the field.
And their leading receiver only had 41 yards, and granted it was Kyle Pitts, so he's being used, thank you. 5 catches for 41 yards. Jahmyr Gibbs had 17 carries for 80 yards. So he might just not be fantastic yet. Or
Still
at all.
not moved.
Ever.
Tajay Spears better, apparently. It seems to be the
Spears
case.
is out carrying Derrick Henry.
That's
it's
insane.
Crazy. That did happen.
He's like that.
This is an actual stat that happened.
That's insane.
But yeah, a rushing attack that's one of the best in the NFL only gave their running backs a combined 17 carries. So that's not how you win a football game, especially against a Detroit defensive line that still isn't the best at defending the run.
Right.
So, like, why not put a generational running back talent?
Dude, or just hand it to Tyler Algier every play. It doesn't matter. The Lions' defense is not that good. Stop pretending they are and just run the fucking football.
I mean, I don't know how Bijan Robinson only had 33 yards off of 10 carries. That's beyond my comprehension, but...
Because
I don't know if that's scheme,
when Desmond Ritter can't throw the ball, and you can just put 11 players in the box, because if we leave the wide receiver wide open, I have never seen someone overthrow a 6'6" tight end by 10 yards in a clean pocket.
Also,
it's insane.
I don't mean to be a box score watcher, but I don't think Jared Goff was that good in this game either.
Jared Goff hasn't been that good this year.
He hasn't been that good
ever. No, that's not true. That one Monday night game against the Chiefs in LA, he cooked. One time, ever.
Sam Laporta
also cooked for one night. It happens.
True.
It does happen. Sam Laporta sighting, 8 catches, 84 yards, a tutty.
I'm still not moved.
Yeah, because Michael Mayer really producing for the Raiders right now.
It's the fucking
Raiders.
Raiders.
It's Jimmy Garoppolo. What do you want? Did you? We'll talk about that game when we get to that game. I have my problems.
I watched all of that one, unfortunately. But yeah, shout out to Craig Reynolds and Zonovan Knight for getting carries for the Lions. That's where we're at in the season already.
The only good player in Detroit.
But yeah, Lions mediocre still win game because Desmond Ritter is my headline for this game.
Dude. They need Heineke just because of the juice he brings. He gets his teammates to play, man.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't think Desmond Ritter is... I can't imagine him being the best leader.
No,
just because
Heineke's got that main character energy. Let's go.
Ritter completes touchdown pass.
No, you know what it is?
NPC walks to the sideline.
Where's it at? I gotta find the name of this spell.
Oh, no. What is Heineke doing?
Okay.
Oh, no.
Heineke is just a support class. Leviosa. No, he's just a support class with motivational speech that he casts at level 5 at the start of every game.
Fair.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, Heineke, I'm not, like, talent-wise, I don't know if Heineke and Ritter are that much different. Though Heineke at least knows how to give his receivers a shot with the ball. Ritter can't even get the ball to his receivers. So I guess that's a big thing.
Ritter passing up an open Drake London multiple times is not...
Overthrowing wide open Kyle Pitts when you're under no pressure is not a good look. Kyle Pitts is a monster. So missing him is not good.
Hot take. They would never do this, but the Falcons should trade him.
Honestly,
they would never, but they should trade him.
For his sake, they should. It would be his sake by the Falcons.
Right.
I know. I mean, this is more just because I love Kyle Pitts and I want to see him actually be.
But yeah, he should. The take should be he should demand a trade.
Yes.
Yeah.
That should be the take. However, his value would be really high.
I
actually don't know. Well, I don't know what a team would be willing to give up for him, I guess.
But it depends on who you are. Like the Cowboys need a little bit of juice. They don't have a tight end. But if you're the Cowboys, I can see the Cowboys giving up a first-round pick for him. Easily.
I don't know if they would with the production, though. That's the only thing.
Yeah, but he's going to produce now.
Do we think...
I don't know.
Right, but, I mean,
Pitts,
yeah, if worse
Hawkinson on the last year of his deal got you a second and a fourth. Pitts has got 3 years left. 2 years left.
Right,
whatever.
I'm just saying, Hawkinson was still at least producing with the Lions. Like,
well,
the issue is Pitts.
I'm just saying, I don't... Produced.
Kinda, but not like... I'm not saying I wouldn't give up a first-round pick for Pitts, because I would if I was a team that needed a tight end. Like, if I'm Dallas, I absolutely would. My point is, if they were to trade him, like if the Falcons were cornered and really felt the need to trade him, I don't think they'd have to give up a first because of the lack of production.
True.
Like, I think the Cowboys will be able to get,
and I also don't think
a second and a fifth, honestly.
I don't know what his production is going to look like these next few years, but I don't know what the chances of him getting a second contract in Atlanta are. Because he's a generational tight end talent-wise, but he's just not. If they're not going to use him, then nip, snip, cut him loose. But yeah. Moving on. Oh boy, here we are. The Vikings winning these close games finally came back to bite them, and here they are doing the reverse. Chargers 28, Vikings 24. 3-14 season on the 4-13 season. My bad. I'll give them that. Incoming for the Vikings. Maybe. Sadly, they are in Caleb Williams territory.
Hope so. Though
he should decline and go back to USC if this is the case.
You're dumb. We already knew that though.
Okay. Well, that was unnecessary.
No, it wasn't. Because I'm sorry. Is there a better situation he could go to?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, he could go to the 49ers.
Yeah, how are they going to get a top 1 pick?
Divine intervention.
Kyle Shanahan killing the GM of the first team
never
is.
Too late.
And then coercing their new interim GM to trade him the number 1 overall pick.
Okay.
He's simply going to use control person to steal them.
So we're going to go back to real life now. And real life, how are the Vikings the unluckiest team of all time?
Because they were the luckiest team of all time last year.
It's the way that the universe works, man.
It's not though. Like I get regressing a little bit, but like
I'm pretty sure they were 3-0 to start the season last year, were they not?
Balance.
No. Yes. I don't remember.
Well, see, it's gonna be the exact opposite. 4-13.
No.
Should have been the take all along.
Stop pretending Theo knows what he's talking about. Like
5 and 12.
So I don't watch Theo's videos.
There's the other big thing with Stay Hot yesterday, whatever their most recent episode was. They said that Theo was talking shit to all the Vikings fans who claimed that the Vikings improved because they let all their talent go and didn't bring in anybody to replace them. Like Patrick Peterson, Theo said, is still good, and you didn't bring in anybody to replace him. Byron Murphy is better than what Patrick Peterson has been for 5 years. Don't be stupid, Theo. I know you don't actually watch the things you talk about. You just say shit. But stop being so brain dead.
No, see, that's the frustrating thing about Theo. He does watch it. He just ignores shit.
Like,
and
he watches it more than any of us do.
To twist it into his own narratives.
Oh, he's a huge film watcher.
He definitely watches it. He just ignores the shit that doesn't fit his narrative.
Then what's the point of fucking watching it if you're not actually going to comprehend it and be smart? Are you just that fucking stupid or just trying to push stupid bullshit narratives because you're a Packers fan? I don't know.
Yes, it's the second one.
But, like, dude, Patrick Peterson has been awful. Everybody acknowledges that. Byron Murphy has been really good. Yeah, we still don't have the corners to run a full Brian Flores scheme. I understand that. It also doesn't help when Josh Metellus, who just got a contract, has played bad all year. Harrison Smith, I think
conversations are being had.
Dean Lowry, one of our big defensive pickups, former Packer, has been the worst defensive lineman in football. Legend. Like he's been yes.
He was on the Packers too.
He hasn't been near a play. The ball is run right at him and he runs away. Like he is the
Justin
worst.
Jones type beat.
Yeah, dude, it's the worst. Jacqueline Roy, a 5th round pick, is suddenly getting like reps that he probably shouldn't have been actually getting. Like, and not just like rotational reps. Like Dean Lowry's getting phased out already because he's bad. But like the Caleb Evans thing, having an interception that not only goes through your hands, but fucking Josh Palmer does a 360 one-handed grab for a touchdown. What is that, dude? I don't understand.
Balance.
It's insane.
It's balance.
No, that's not balance.
It's balanced.
You're insane.
Balanced.
I know I can't actually talk about my team with you two. You guys are never real about the Vikings.
Dude,
I understand that.
It's
not
what
balanced.
I'm saying is legitimate. They won a bunch of really close, lucky games last year.
Be
and
close games,
it's bound
though.
to happen again.
I still don't know how 400-year-old. But that's not balanced.
It can't
the
happen.
luckiest things of all time is not balance. Vikings weren't winning their one-score games by being lucky. They weren't getting a lucky bounce every single time.
Well,
I wouldn't call it luck.
Where was the Josh Palmer play? That was pure luck. Having a DB drop an interception and 360 one-handed catch it when you wouldn't be a starting wide receiver anywhere in the NFC North, that's not real.
I could really... Actually, that's not true. He would start over Chase Claypool.
Fair enough.
And the Bears.
Would he start for Green Bay? You were literally just telling us how good your receivers were.
Well, I think Josh Palmer is probably better than our fourth wide receiver.
Well, that's not a starter.
Okay, and he would compete for Jaden Reed's spot, I guess.
Maybe.
Whatever.
But my biggest thing, Vikings fans annoy me, is the biggest thing.
But yeah. Okay.
So, Miller, you understand this because fans have been screaming about how the Bears are drawing up their offense, right? Bad play calling is a big part of it. Would you say that the Vikings play calling has been bad?
Genuinely speaking, I haven't watched enough of Minnesota to really judge.
So
the one game I saw, I didn't see anything that was like atrocious. My big gripe with them, at least offensively, is their personnel usage. Because Alexander Mattison, I saw he played, what, like 7% of snaps or some shit this week? Or not Alexander Mattison, excuse me, Ty Chandler played like 7% of snaps this weekend or some dumb shit. And that is ridiculous. Like, I swear to God, that's not North Carolina bias. It's just with how bad Alexander Mattison has been, there's no reason why Chandler shouldn't be getting more reps.
Well, this week, Madison was really good, but I think it's like the whole Cam Akers deal, I don't think was about Alexander Mattison. I think Ty Chandler looks bad in practice.
That's possible.
Which is what, like, that's how I'm viewing it. Because, like, if it was just an Alex Madison thing, why isn't Ty Chandler getting more reps?
That's fair.
He's not showing something.
Yeah, my point is more that someone else should be getting reps, even if it's not Chandler, whoever it is. I'm saying there shouldn't be so much weight on Madison. Madison's not a true number one back.
And we knew that.
Some sort of,
our whole argument was him and Chandler or him and Kenne splitting carries. And that's just not happening.
I'm assuming that Cam Akers just didn't play.
Not yet, no. And Dalton Reisner didn't really either, which is sad, but I knew that was happening.
He suited up, I thought. He just didn't play?
He was suited up, but he didn't play a lot. He's getting... Because got to get all the verbiage and ready to go. And my thought is, our O-line sucks so bad, just tell him go hit somebody and fuck it. It'll figure itself out. He's a good player.
That happens until you tell him to go hit somebody and he forgets he's wearing purple and he hits Garrett Bradbury. Or it's Kirk Cousins.
Hit Garrett Bradbury. At least on the ground, he might trip the D lineman going through. Might be better.
Nope. Sebastian Joseph Day will simply do a hop and a skip.
Nice.
But no. The guy who plays for the team they've already played this year.
My big thing is...
Oh, yeah, I was saying it would have happened this weekend. Playing Risner.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, but Vikings fans just saying that it's all on play calling, that it's all bad, when there's a wide open receiver every play. And then I bring that up and they go, well, it's all the checkdowns. Why are you calling so many checkdowns? There's a checkdown on every play in every playbook ever. It's not Kevin O'Connell's fault. Kirk goes to the check down every play. That's not play calling. That is play running by Kirk Cousins. I'm finally getting why everybody voted Vikings fans as the dumbest in the NFL. I get it. I see it. And I sit here and go, well, I'm not dumb, but like, holy fuck, dude.
The problem is the average Vikings fan plays so much Madden that the only two plays they know are 4 verts and curls.
Valid. But dude, on 4 verts, you have a check down to your running back.
Nope, he's pass blocking every play according to Vikings fans.
Oh, God. Well, you might need him to, but...
That's the point, yeah.
Like, I get it, but like, fuck, dude. And
actually, I'll be more specific. There's 2 plays. Kirk check down or fuck it, Jetta's down there somewhere.
That's valid.
That's the Viking playbook to most fans.
The other thing that caused me such an issue this week is like this whole Kevin O'Connell's awful because of all the time that ran off the clock at the end there. Scott Hansen pissed me off on Red Zone. How do you only run 1 play in those 40 seconds? Because it turned into an interception, you dumb fuck. Are you dumb? Have you never seen football before? When you throw a pass and it gets picked, you don't get to run another play. You don't get a do-over. Like, I get it.
I think he's talking about the fact that...
Why don't you spike it? Because who cares? You don't get another try. Like, letting the time run off the clock isn't that big of a deal. You're going to pass it every play there anyways. And if it was that big of a deal, Cuzzo can just spike the ball. He can just call that play. He doesn't have to listen to KOC. He changed the play constantly all day. He does that. KOC has given him the rights to this offense. I'm going to call a play, but if you see something I don't see, do it. So Kirk being a veteran, but we all know how he is with spikes. Like the one time in Washington, needed to spike it and he knelt it because he's dumb. Like this.
It's my quarterback.
Like, let's not pretend it's all Kevin O'Connell's fault. And it's also just bugging me, the hate for Quessy. I know it's the same for you and Ryan Poles, but this is even wilder because this whole Quessy can't draft at all thing. He hasn't made a single good move. Bugs me. Like, dude, is TJ Hawkinson not really good? Caleb Evans, wow, yeah, he keeps getting bullied because he misses an interception and it turns into a touchdown. That he still made a great play. He just got the unluckiest bounce of all time. Caleb Evans has been really good for a 5th-round pick. Yeah, I get it. Lewis Cine and Andrew Booth, who knows? Cine, it's a little different. He was hurt and he's still building back. He's also still the Harrison Smith replacement. He was never meant to take Cam Bynum's job. They don't play the same position. They don't do the same thing. Stop it. But Andrew Booth, we missed, kind of. Andrew Booth got the unlucky role of the 2 things he could have been. He could have been great. He could have been injury prone and never able to play. We got the second one, and that sucks. But you got to take risks on guys like that because sometimes it works. Yeah,
Andrew Booth moment.
True. Like, it is what... That's the Vikings offense, actually. They fumble a lot.
Very true. Very true.
They need to work on that. I don't know. I'm concerned because 0-3 is really bad. That is not a good spot to dig yourself out of. The NFC still sucks, though. The North still isn't that good. I know you're a Packers fan, but, like, let's be real. They're not some crazy juggernaut. Packers fans on Twitter have been freaking me out, so I didn't know if you were going to go crazy right now. So I was just like...
I think he was just playing that defensively. I don't think he was saying you had said that.
I was just pre-defending my statement. Like, no team in the North is that good. This is still a winnable division. My issue is I don't know if I want to win it at this point. Because I don't know if you can actually compete with this team. I'm sick of picking at 21 every year. Having so many holes, but not being able to get a great player. Now, to be fair, I mean, at 21, we got Jordan Addison and Justin Jefferson, but...
Should just man up and trade up to the number 1 overall pick this year.
If they would have listened to me this year and traded up with the Cardinals for C.J. Stroud, which wouldn't have happened because the Texans took him at 2, but...
Oh, they took him at 3.
Oh, did they?
They traded up to 3.
No, but they took Stroud and then Will Anderson. Or did it go the other way?
Was it opposite?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
Because they wanted Stroud no matter what, and then if they could, go get Anderson. But
still, I would take Anthony Richardson if I were them right now. Come on.
Right. They both look incredible, and I argued so hard for that. Because, next year's quarterback class looks great. So have a lot of quarterback classes, and they turned out to be awful. I don't... Like,
I think the top 2 guys in next year's draft class are pretty sure fire hits, I would say. I think if you end up with either Drake May or Caleb Williams, you're fine.
Right.
Or Michael Penix.
I agree.
He's good too.
And
really good.
And if we're gonna end up at 20, I mean, there's still a couple guys who could fall that far who I really like. Bo Nix is good. I don't know if I love Bo Nix.
The
I do
Vikings
love
ever had a
Shedeur,
left-handed
though.
quarterback start for them?
No.
Oh, that'd be a first if they got Michael Penix.
Wait. Have they? I don't think so. I'm gonna go with I don't think so.
Michael Penix will be the first left-handed starter in Vikings history then.
But yeah, it's weird. It's just like last year how we all argued they weren't as good as their 13-4 record showed. They're not as bad as our 0-3 record shows.
It won't be as bad as their 4-13 one shows.
Dude, if we go 4-13, I'm down. I mean, I want a quarterback.
You'll go
I
8-9.
That's what I don't want to have happen. I really don't. My biggest thing, can we stop making every game so close? I burned 650 calories just watching that game. My Apple Watch tracked it. It tracked the entire game as a workout because of how much stress I have watching the fucking Vikings. It's insane.
Yeah.
I'm done
to
rambling.
pivot this to the team that actually won the football game, the Chargers. Justin Herbert is very, very good at football. He's a very good football player. Kellen Moore called some decent plays. That Keenan Allen to Mike Williams touchdown pass was majestic.
Listen, not only is he calling some decent play, that dude's red zone offense all season has been like
their red zone offense is really good.
Yeah, and have you guys seen the graphic where it compared the Cowboys and Chargers red zone offenses over the past 2 years?
No.
It's like the Chargers went from being in the gutter to top 5, and the Cowboys went from being top 5 to in the gutter.
In the gutter. It makes sense. Kellen Moore is not a bad OC.
Kellen Moore is a great OC, and I'm tired of people pretending he's not.
I watched him call nothing but curls for the Cowboys for 8 weeks, so I
don't know if he'd be a good head coach.
Well,
but I think he's a decent OC.
I'm with that. I don't know if he'd be a great head coach, but as an OC, as a play caller, I love Kellen Moore, and I'm tired of pretending I don't. God damn it.
Don't you think Kellen Moore is part of the cutting Xander Horvath process, though?
Absolutely.
We don't talk about it.
If you're going to bully Andy Reid for it, we're going to fucking talk about it. Because if Andy Reid doesn't get a pass, Kellen Moore's bitch ass definitely doesn't get a pass.
Nobody gets a pass, but we're
except
not
for you're going to give it Kellen Moore a pass.
Oh, hush.
Dude, they lined up Isaiah Spiller at fucking fullback yesterday. What are you talking about?
That play was cringe.
Dude, why are you going for it on 4th and 1 inside your own 20 when you're only up by 4? That's
not
so
only that,
dumb.
but why are we running an offset fullback dive with a fucking mediocre halfback? Xander Horvath gets that first down. Unironically, he gets it.
Probably.
Yeah.
Isaiah Spiller probably could have gotten it if you would have just lined up an eye for him like a normal human being to run fullback dive. But no, you had to get cute.
Nah, because he met Ivan Pace in the hole and lost.
One bad Kellen Moore play call.
Oh,
but he shouldn't have called that play. They should have just punted. Force the Vikings to drive down the field with less than a minute and no timeouts.
Yeah.
Thankfully, the Vikings did a thing and they won.
Well, it doesn't help that like the first 2 plays of that drive had JJ and TJ get hurt. I think that threw off a lot of shit.
I forgot about that. I totally forgot
that caused
about that.
problems. Yeah. I would have been defeated too watching 18 lay on the ground. Like, oh fuck. Yeah. Year's over, dude.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. I almost died. And then the next play, TJ doesn't get up. I'm like, dude, no.
That did not work the way I wanted it to.
I can't. I can't. I almost cried. It was bad.
Yeah. Well.
Sorry, I ranted enough for that one.
Here we are.
Where are we?
It's a good feeling. It is.
Oh, this fucking douchebag.
I will get out. I will get most of the stuff out of the way. First half of the game, it was over. Jordan Love looked terrible. He actually, first 3 quarters of the game, Jordan Love looked bad. He was inaccurate. He looked like he was shaken up. The Saints defense had him rattled, which, again, he's a young quarterback. That's going to happen. I mean, it's his fourth career start. Like, he's a young starting quarterback, very inexperienced. He played a very good defense with a corner that was, for some reason, Alontae Taylor, just the best corner in football this week, apparently.
Just like that. Just like
but,
that.
Yeah, then the fourth quarter came around. They're down 17-0. It seems like it's over, and all of a sudden, Jordan Love actually starts to play like a real NFL quarterback again, and does it really, really well. There was the one drive where the Saints DB decided to go rogue and gave up 67 yards in pass interference. That helped for sure. That drive definitely helped. Having Jameis Winston on the other side of the ball helped. That helped a lot. Let's be real. But the Packers offense in that fourth quarter was crazy. They were very, very good. Love was super sharp. He made a fantastic throw on the 2-point conversion. He was zipping the ball. He made a very good throw to Romeo Doubs on the back shoulder touchdown catch and ended up sealing the game. Defense, I guess, held them to a range where I guess Blake Groupie wasn't comfortable. Missed the 43-yarder. That's, again, like, he probably should not have missed that kick. He did. 2-1. It's a good feeling. The offense played really well in the fourth quarter. The defense, except for that last drive, did well against Jameis. I say its takeaway is that Michael Thomas is still really good, and Monte Taylor is really good.
My Saints
takeaway is that Jordan Love is a good quarterback. And he is somebody who leads with a lot of energy and is clearly very resilient, because it can be very easy as a young quarterback to have what happened to him in the first 3 quarters and kind of just go out there and play defeated. But yeah, he went out there and just started zipping the ball like he didn't care, and it worked. So yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, the Saints need Derek Carr. That's my takeaway from the whole game. Like,
yeah, Jameis Winston's not good at football, dude.
He's not good at football, and he's not a leader. Look at the defense fell apart the minute Carr's gone. Carr, it's just like in Vegas as a Raider. Carr was the glue that held the ship together, and he's still that in New Orleans. Say what you will about how good Derek Carr is. Dude knows how to keep a team together and at least give her a go.
He's just such a likable guy.
Right?
Yeah, he really is. Yeah.
I'd go to war for Derek Carr.
I do, constantly.
Yeah.
Now listen, because Jake wanted to be an asshole at the start of the episode, I have to be a hater now. I'm not moved by Jordan Love by that game at all. 3 quarters of looking like Mitch Trubisky, and then 1 quarter of playing a defeated defense, playing soft coverages and prevent defense doesn't do anything for me. They won that game because Jameis Winston has no idea what he's doing. Like Jake said, the Saints DBs decided to go rogue, and the Saints called the softest fourth quarter in NFL history, up 17. Jordan Love didn't do anything special. He just drove the bus again, and I'm tired of people pretending like that fourth quarter was some magical comeback. It was simply Team A blowing a lead and Team B taking advantage of a lot of mistakes, which, granted, isn't like a bad thing, but it's not anything special, and it's not anything that moves me. I'm more concerned about Jordan Love after that game than I was the first 2 weeks, though. Because, I mean, deadass, the first 3 quarters of Jordan Love, I got Vietnam flashbacks to Mitch Trubisky. It was bad.
Dude, if Derek Carr doesn't get hurt, that's like a 40-point lead by the time Jordan Love gets it back together.
Yes.
Like, the Saints offense just completely died. They couldn't move the ball. Whereas they were scoring every drive with Derek Carr. Like,
yeah,
dude, and it sucks because who knows how long Carr is going to be out. I know it's not a big injury, but it's like week to week. With the way the NFC South is, though, you don't really want him gone for too long because this division's weird. It's stupid.
Scrappy.
Yeah. I'm not trying to be a full hater on Jordan Love. I know Miller has to be. But I want to be just because of Packer hater bias. Like, I'm really not super moved. But I mean, the resiliency to at least like still be able to play in the fourth quarter, you gotta give that its credit, because a lot of guys would have folded by then. Just like, well, today's not my day. I'm out. I'm
I'm not trying to say Jordan Love sucks. He doesn't.
Right.
But this was his worst performance of the season so far, and I'm not.
Well, I mean, yeah, but it's week 3.
Yeah, no. Again,
Right.
I'm just being a hater because you're being a hater at the start.
Which is valid.
This is called give and take.
Valid.
It's okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm
Next
sure
week
that
when
you are
Jordan Love-
certainly sold on the guy that I insulted. Yes.
We know you're not is the problem.
We know you're
It doesn't matter if I am or not. I still have to defend him.
Trust me, I know. I've been defending Kirk Cousins for years.
But yeah, Packers good, win game. Simple as that.
Besides, realistically speaking, was anything I said inherently wrong?
No.
I don't think so. I don't think he's anything special, but if Jordan Love is a game manager who wins us football games, I am more than okay with that.
As you
If he can
should.
drive the bus and lead a 17-point comeback in the fourth quarter, I don't care who it's against. If he can do that, yeah, we're fine.
Fair enough.
Yeah, exactly.
That's better. That's better than 90% of NFL fans would have ever admitted to believing that he would be.
Yeah. I mean, you heard me in the offseason. I said I didn't think he was going to suck. I'm not anti-Jordan Love. He's dog shit.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Chance. But I have to frame
this
things
is
in a
exactly
negative.
what I expected him to be.
I have to frame things in a negative light because you've brought this upon yourself.
Valid. Can we talk about somebody who might be special now, though? By moving the fuck away.
I don't want to talk
from
about
this game?
CJ Stroud because somebody
No,
Somebody on
CJ
Twitter-
Stroud doesn't. Dude, he doesn't fucking matter. I'm
Somebody on-
sorry. What
somebody on-
happened? There was one play in this game that mattered, and we all know it. There was one singular play in this game that mattered at all. 85 motherfucking yards.
Dude, I'm
Andrew
not okay with you
motherfucking Beck.
disrespecting CJ Stroud. I'm down
not-
to
I
the
am
full.
going to
You
only
literally just said
disrespect-
CJ Stroud doesn't fucking matter and doesn't.
Yeah,
You dick.
because
I'm not
because
disrespecting
Andrew
him, but I'm
Beck better.
disrespecting him. You.
Andrew Beck is
I don't
the
care
only
about
thing that
CJ
matters.
Stroud because Twitter has made me hate him for today.
Why
Tomorrow I'll be
what
fine.
did Twitter do?
Today.
I haven't been on Twitter.
Have you
Uh,
not seen any of our back and forth?
There's a
I haven't
certain
been on
person
Twitter.
calling him a top 5 quarterback.
Oh, I did see that. That's a little.
And that he's
Psycho.
vastly outplayed Lawrence, which he might have in this game.
Stroud does look
he's
so
outplaying
good,
Lawrence
though.
this season.
Stroud looks sick.
Dude,
And
I'm at least
Genuinely,
victory
I don't-
lapping that in my head for right now because he was my QB1. So I'm very happy he looks the best so far.
the difference between him and my QB1 though is that his receivers are not Adam Thielen.
Yeah.
Adam
Pretty
Thielen
much.
just had a better game than every Texans receiver. Yeah,
Okay, yeah,
dude, I feel
and
so
DJ Chark
bad
went
for
crazy
Spawn
too,
Hour.
didn't he? Yep.
I
What?
feel bad because Spawn Hour's whole Andy Dalton's gonna come in, look bad like Bryce Young has. That didn't happen. They were able to move the ball. That's not the best. I know Andy Dalton's like a good backup, probably could start a lot of places. Like Andy Dalton's not bad, but just the whole he's gonna, it's not gonna make Bryce Young look bad. Which for a lot of casual fans, it definitely made Bryce Young look bad. That Andy Dalton came in and played better than he has been. That's just tough. Sorry, I skipped to the wrong game. The fuck is wrong with the Jaguars offense?
Receivers can't catch.
Yeah, why?
Not cashing in on Lawrence's throws.
Bro,
Because outside of Calvin Ridley, they're actually not that good.
but even Calvin Ridley's dropping passes. Is he betting against his team again?
Remember when the world thought Christian Kirk's contract wasn't that bad, actually?
Christian Kirk, now that he's not a wide receiver 1 anymore, is not getting the volume that he was last year. Is going to be just what he was in Arizona, which is what earned him
fine.
the
He's a
Jaguars contract in
fine
the first
receiver.
place. But pump the brakes on him a bit. Zay Jones had a good year last year because he was a wide receiver 2 in an offense that was really, really pass heavy and had a good quarterback. Jags defense is not that good. It's not.
Yeah.
That's the biggest issue.
Tyson Campbell is a good player, and what's his name? Andre Sisco is a good player, and Trevon Walker might be a good player. Josh Allen is a good player. That's 3.5.
Why-
Respect my boy.
That's
My-
3.5 good defensive players.
My biggest thing here, what the fuck is so last year?
Is Devin Lloyd good?
No. Devin Lloyd
Oh,
lost
okay.
the starting job multiple times last year. Chad Muma has outplayed him every time he's gotten on the field. why does Devin Lloyd still start every game and Chad Muma just has to replace him at the end?
Draft
Who dude,
Lloyd.
that is the dumbest thing ever. Stop acting like a Twitter GM. Just play your best player, dude. It doesn't matter.
It's really dumb, but there's a lot of GMs that legitimately think that way.
That's so stupid. You drafted Muma in the same class for this reason.
And it's really hard because, like...
Uh-oh.
I agree. It is really hard because of that reason.
If I'm a Jags fan...
You're a Jags fan?
I'm a Jags.
If I'm a Jags fan or if I'm somebody in their front office, I am kicking myself that they did not draft Aiden Hutchinson. Like,
I'm not.
You got.
Listen, I like Trayvon Walker.
Not moved that much by Aiden Hutchinson. Dude has no bag.
I moved more by him than I am Trayvon Walker.
Yeah, and that's the thing, though. I'm not that moved by Aiden Hutchinson right now either. I think he's being incredibly overrated by the media.
He's a better option
but he has looked a lot better than Trayvon Walker.
As a pass rusher, Trayvon Walker's a better run defender, which was kind of the whole point.
I agree with that, but hold on. I actually saw something about that today. I want to find it.
Okay. But, sure, I also agree. But let's not pretend like either of those three options were any good. Kayvon Thibodeau hasn't looked good. Aiden Hutchinson hasn't looked good. Like, I'm not moved by any of them.
They should have taken a quarterback and traded Trevor Lawrence.
No. Was that not the Jordan Davis class? They should have just taken Jordan Davis.
Jordan Davis good.
Maybe if they trade down...
No.
I wouldn't take Jordan Davis first overall.
Over those three, I absolutely would.
I just don't think I would take a defensive lineman.
I'm not taking a nose tackle at number 1 overall.
So take an edge who's a Robin at number 1 overall? All of them are Robins.
I mean, at least he's going to see the field more than like 40% of the time.
That's just because the Eagles have 28 D tackles, you weirdo.
That would be dude, he's a nose tackle. That would be the case with any team he's on. He just doesn't have the stamina to stay on the field long enough to be considered like a legitimate 3-down lineman. That's okay,
dude,
because
what
that
else
means
was
he's
that draft class? I don't remember. My brain.
I actually have kind of a hot take. If I'm the Jags, I'm either trading down and doing this or just taking Sauce.
Oh my god, I forgot that was the Sauce class. My brain doesn't remember what's Sauce. Dude, Sauce, Stingley.
I may have just taken.
Here we go.
Icky, Evan Neal, Charles Cross. I don't care. Garrett Wilson, because your offense sucks.
Yeah. Never mind. What I was looking for was pass rushing.
I
mean,
there were so many better options.
Trayvon Walker is definitely a better run defender than Aiden Hutchinson, but I don't know. Trayvon Walker also hasn't been like anything special so far.
But neither has Hutchinson. So I don't know if that... It doesn't really move the needle if you pick a Hutchinson instead. Maybe, because I guess the Jags have a Batman.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like,
maybe.
Opposite Josh Allen right now, they have what? Who's their other edge right now?
Wouldn't it be Trayvon?
Yeah, but they play him inside a lot.
Oh,
so
do
he's
they?
Inside,
I haven't watched
outside.
enough of the Jags defense.
At least they did last year. Maybe they haven't this year. Hold on.
But no, the real answer is Sauce. They should have taken Sauce.
Let's see
Which
here.
is tough, but they should have.
Yeah, no.
Their other edges.
Yeah, they've got Trayvon listed as their start. So they've got Yasir Abdullah, who they drafted this year, and then Caleb Chase on. I'd rather have Aiden Hutchinson as my number 2 edge than Walker
I don't
and
know.
Chase on.
Caleb Chase on has more sacks this year than Aiden Hutchinson, so
I'm sure the pressure numbers are not particularly
Dude, I don't
close.
know. I don't know if Aiden Hutchinson's ever gotten off a block in his life.
He was
every time I see him,
Mahomes
he's
all game in the Chiefs game. So he definitely has some.
That's fair. But against the Seahawks, against backup tackles, dude couldn't get a pressure. He couldn't do anything. He was getting bitched constantly.
We're gonna find out here. This is that's 2022.
Also, Caleb Von Chason does not have more sacks than Aiden Hutchinson this year.
He just had the 1 sack last week because I remember saying Caleb Von Chason sighting.
Yes.
I just remember that specifically.
Yeah, CJ Stroud good. Tank Dell apparently is good too. 5 catches, 147 and a tutty. He had a good game. Jackson's defense, good. Maybe.
D'Amico Ryan's good.
So yeah, Texans are going to be scrappy this year. Not good, but scrappy for sure.
I feel like we didn't get to talk about that fullback kick return enough, though. Like, can we just take a moment to
that
appreciate
was pretty great
thing that happened? And not only did it happen, it was a really good fucking return. It wasn't like he just lucked into the ball and rumbled and tumbled like that. Connolly. What was his first name for the Patriots?
Dan Connolly.
Dan Connolly, yeah. The hot take for you: Andrew Beck's return was better than Ben Connolly's return. He scored, and he played more impressively. He broke 3 tackles, survived 2 ankle tackles, and stiff-armed a dude into the ground.
And stayed in bounds. He like
hit down the sideline. Yeah. Like, oh my god, that almost made up for everything else that happened to me on Sunday. Came very close.
Almost made up for everything.
Very, very close. Nick Bodden scoring a touchdown for the Jets also gave me a little bit of life.
Yeah,
he had 2 fullback
tutties in a week, yeah. We're on pace for about 17 of them, so ride.
Yes, sir. It's 17, baby. I'll take it.
Yeah. Fullback return touchdown was the reason why the Jags lost this game. And then why the Texans
and it will also save humanity. And was the biggest thing to happen on Sunday.
Yes. We talked about the absolute funniest game of this week now.
We already talked about the Chargers and Vikings.
The Dolphins getting absolutely roundhousing the Broncos into the ground.
So I do just want to say I did almost call it. The end of us talking about this game last week, I said, if the Broncos defense plays like they did against Washington, they're going to give up 100. I was real close.
Well, they didn't.
Well, I'm sorry. I predicted them to go 30 points higher than the highest score.
They shouldn't have put up more than 40. The Broncos defense was just letting them score. Mike McDaniel was like, I wasn't even trying.
Mike McDaniel literally was in the stands. Fans were pointing at plays. Like, call that one.
I have a bone to pick with Mr. McDaniel.
Not again.
Please tell me it's what I think it is.
How many touchdowns did their running backs score?
It's not.
8 total.
8?
8 total.
You're telling me not one of them could have been given to Alec Ingold? They couldn't have put him inside the 5 and just let him.
You know how important he probably was in all those touchdowns, though?
I haven't watched the All 22 yet, but I am so excited to because I feel like I'm going to have like a 30-minute YouTube video's worth of content just from that game alone.
Probably. I mean, Devon A-Chain and
Raheem Mostert.
A-Chan.
Is it A-Chan?
He changed
really?
it. A-Chan.
Okay, so Devon A-Chain and
see,
Raheem
here's my
Mostert
thing, though. I disagree,
nuclear.
so it's A-Chain.
You pronounced your name incorrectly.
Yeah. Remember Canoe Neal? When he said his name was pronounced Canoe, and then he was like, yeah, that's really stupid.
Well, Travis Kelce also said his name was pronounced Kels.
Right.
When none of us say that.
Yeah, so it's A-Chain until I decide otherwise.
Wait. Devon A-Chan. I'm going to keep saying that because I respect Devon. 200 yards rushing on 18 carries.
Yeah.
I had 2 rushing touchdowns, 2 receiving touchdowns. Raheem Mostert had 3 rushing touchdowns, 1 receiving touchdown. Robbie Chosen, whatever he calls himself, got one catch for 68 yards and a tutty. Tyreek Hill had 9 for 157 and a touchdown.
Dude,
I mean,
Pat Surtain got beat by Chosen Robbie Anderson. Chosen, I don't fucking know. He moves the Chosen every week.
That's why Gonzo better.
Dude, I don't. The Broncos need to trade Patty Surtain. This is just depressing.
He is.
Trade him to Minnesota.
All I'm saying is wait.
He's a lion.
Wait until we get a DJ Moore all-time highlight again against Pat Surtain next week.
Dude, that's gonna be Broncos Bears is just Austin Hooper versus Mo Alley Cox on the
That's
field.
being generous.
It really
My
is.
favorite
Mo Alley Cox is
video was that was this guy who made a skit about how the Broncos and the Bears have agreed that loser goes to the XFL.
Yeah. Loser
See,
goes
my
to the
favorite video
XFL.
to
St.
come
Louis
from Sunday.
Battlehawks move up for whoever
Yeah.
loses.
I saw a video where have you guys seen Esquire Sports before? Do you know them?
Maybe?
Yeah, I think so.
So Anthony from Esquire Sports, who I interact with quite often, he posted a video he was responding to a tweet because somebody said the Chargers and Vikings game looked like it needed Tom and Jerry sound effects over it.
True.
And he said, so I'm here to appease the masses, or however he put it. And it was just all the goofiest plays from that game with Looney
I
Tunes
gotta
and
see
Tom and
this
Jerry
TikTok,
sound
dude.
effects
That's
over
incredible.
it. I'll send it to you guys. It was the
Please.
funniest thing I have ever seen.
That sounds awesome.
But yeah, this game was ridiculous. And at the end of it, Mike McDaniel was just like, "Well, we weren't trying to
I'm
score.
kinda
The Broncos
mad.
defense just kind of kept letting us."
He should have just kicked the fucking field goal, though. I'm sorry. I don't.
What, to tie the record?
No, that would have broken the
Miller-
record. The
Miller-
record's 72.
Record 73, bud. Learn your facts. The Bears scored 73 against the Washington Redacted
in the
back in, like, the
playoffs.
30s. Still.
Regular
Still.
season.
Nope,
Those are two different
weren't
records.
They weren't specifying regular season. They were just saying in a
But
game.
are they not two different records?
I don't
Doesn't
know.
matter.
they
Miller
were
doesn't
saying in a
care.
game.
Miller doesn't care about
Also pushing
accuracy.
narratives.
He's pushing narratives.
Pushing
He's trying to
narratives.
scream about the
They
last
would've
time the
beaten
Bears
the-
were relevant.
They would have beaten the.
Yeah,
the
Geek,
record.
I'm going to come to your house and consume your favorite pair of socks in front of you.
That's hot.
That is.
I need to leave. I don't feel comfortable. I
You
need to take,
start
like,
this
6
shit.
Showers.
You start this shit.
No, you
I'm
made it weird.
I'm gonna-
Bro, you're the one
Go.
talking about eating my socks.
I
I didn't say
am.
eat. I said consume.
Same thing.
Do you
I
want me
was
to?
just gonna
Do you,
like,
do you want me
be
to
like
move?
Gale and Baldur's Gate and like absorb the energy into the fucking black hole
you-
that is my chest.
Do you want me to? Do you want me to move the camera for when I jump out the window, or keep it at the same level so everybody can see it for the content?
For the content. You got to do it for the content.
This is our Jackass moment. My dad's been watching a bunch of Jackass lately.
Oh,
Thanks, our
God.
Johnny Knoxville.
But yeah, not much to say about this game. The Dolphins just roundhoused them. Didn't really mean to score 70, but they did anyway.
No, but
Mike
that
McDaniel,
whole
you
I'm
should've
not
kicked the
kicking the
field
field
goal.
goal because I don't want to run up the score. You've been running up the score for 3 quarters, dumbass. Just kick the
on
fucking
purpose,
field goal.
though.
Don't care. Kick the
be
fucking
fair-
field goal. You earned
To
it.
be fair, at a certain point in the fourth quarter, they were just trying to run the ball, and the Broncos couldn't tackle
That's what
HM.
I'm
True.
saying.
Like, they were trying. HM was just better.
Guys, I have a fear.
What are we
What
feared?
is your...
I think that the media is going to start telling us, or it already has, but I feel like the media is going to start pushing the Deshaun Watson is good at football narrative. And it's
Bro,
already
he
happened.
literally threw a pass backwards.
We've seen the graphics of his stat line, and they're like, he's back. No, he is not.
Bro threw a pass backwards.
Browns
in this game.
27,
I don't wanna
Titans
hear it.
3.
Dude, the
I didn't
fucking
watch
Browns, I'm
much
going
of
to
this game, but I've
scream.
seen the Watsons throw. I've seen. This is just a nasty game.
Dude,
I go
I was here,
against
it's the best
Miller's
defensive player
saying
in
and
football,
don't
maybe.
bet on the defense, and they lose. And then I go, fine. Their offense doesn't function. So I need to bet on the Browns winning every week, and by that I mean I need to pick them every week, and they're guaranteed to lose.
noble sacrifice.
Do I have to take? Do I need to take one for the team? Is the question.
Yes.
Fuck.
Also, I'd like to point out, Deshaun Watson looked good against a team that's secondary is actually worse than Chicago's.
Yeah, I would
so
have looked good.
This is true. The
I don't wanna
Titans
hear
don't
it.
have anyone near the level.
Mad respect to Kevin Byard. That's it.
Jalen Johnson clears every corner on their roster.
Tyreek Stevenson clears every corner on their roster.
Caleb Evans clears.
Just looks good when he's probably.
Yeah.
Jake might clear, honestly.
man.
Valid.
Deshaun Watson, bad. Tannehill, bad. Titans, bad. Browns, I don't know what they are yet. Defense
Offense,
good.
bad.
Myles Garrett
Defense,
insane.
good.
Myles Garrett is crazy. 3.5 sacks. And I mean, it's the Titans' offensive line, but still, man,
He's
this dude is
so
just insane.
absurd,
He is
dude.
just he's my decoy right now. I don't care about Micah Parsons.
I would be scared to meet Myles Garrett in person because I feel like if I looked him in the eye, he'd act like an Enderman and just throw me across the room, and that
Probably
really
would.
scares me.
Do it for the
They probably
content.
would. True, that'd be really funny.
It would be, again, back to Jackass. It would be like that time they let Jared Allen sack him. You ever seen that, Geek?
No. Never watched.
Oh my god, yeah, they
Jackass,
let
not
Jared
my thing.
Allen. Well, I just figured because it was Jared Allen, you might have seen it.
Fair.
But they let him put on like full pads and just sprint full speed at them and tackle him as hard as he could. They didn't wear any protection or
alive?
anything. Somehow, Johnny
I'm sure
Knoxville
they
also
didn't-
gets hit by a bull once in a movie, so
Yeah,
True.
Johnny
I guess
Knoxville.
not when he got hit twice.
Yeah.
But yeah, Titans bad. Browns defense good. Deshaun Watson bad.
DTR season soon. Hopefully.
TR season, yes. Guys, one of my narratives took a real big hit this past week.
Mine were doing great.
I was, in fact, a Sam Howell believer.
I am too. I still am. God damn
This
it.
game was bound to happen for him.
Dude,
It was
he's-
bound to happen.
I hate that I
It's
have
Baker
to say this
Mayfield.
after I
I
talk so
know.
much shit.
Baker Mayfield.
No. Theo might be right. Dude, all Sam Howell does is look for the big play, and if it's not there, he just malfunctions and gives it to the other team. If he can't hit Terry
All I'm
McLaurin
hearing is
30
he's
yards.
a big hitter.
Okay, so
yeah,
it's Josh
and,
Allen.
and no, because Josh Allen actually has the talent to make those throws.
So does Sam Howell.
Sometimes.
Is that why every throw he had was gotten by the other team? Because he could hit these wonderful throws?
Actually, he had more completions than interceptions, so you're wrong.
Barely.
Still had more.
He had more interceptions than he had fantasy points.
Fantasy points aren't real. They're called fantasy for a reason.
I know, but it's funny.
You goob.
Dude, I don't care.
I'm
Sam
gonna
Howell's
make
fine. I just
interceptions.
don't
I'm gonna
care.
make interceptions thrown worth 100 points in my dynasty league now.
Let's go. I'll never have to get rid of Justin Fields.
True.
He always throws one goofy ass one that's not his fault.
Josh Allen would probably be the best player in fantasy by like 1,000 points
Yeah.
by the end of the year. Like that'd be crazy. Josh Allen was okay, I guess. I mean, he only threw for 218 yards. The defense did a lot of the work.
He didn't play much. He was out
He
pretty early.
Yeah.
Though
did his little arm. He did his little weekly arm punt.
nice.
to save their punter from having to strain his leg, so he just yucked it up there to the
He's a real one
defense.
for that. The Bills
pinned him
have a
inside the
punter?
20. Yeah,
Do they?
I don't know his name.
Sam
but they have
Martin.
A punter.
So
yeah,
no,
Sam
not really.
Martin, who actually had one punt that went 70 yards, so maybe they shouldn't have him punt more.
Speaking of the Bills, by the way, I have a bone to pick with Buffalo fans.
Again.
Oh,
Terrell
no.
Bernard is not better than Tremaine Edmonds. Stop. You need serious psychiatric
2
evaluation.
sacks,
if you
1
believe that.
interception, 7 total tackles. This guy's
They're
a machine.
totally different players. Terrell Bernard is like young Matt Milano. Tremaine Edmonds is not that type of player. He is far more reliant on his athleticism and size. Terrell
Tremaine
Bernard just
Edmonds
like
just
knows
isn't
how
as
to
good.
position himself. It's just not true.
I just
He'd be
have to
putting up
bully
those
Miller.
numbers if Matt Eberflus knew how to scheme a linebacker.
If Matt Eberflus knew how to be a
She
coach,
showed having Darius Leonard his entire career up until Chicago.
Yeah, Darius Leonard, I have a lot more respect for now, watching what he's done with Tremaine Edmonds and TJ Edwards and Roquan Smith.
Yes.
Clearly, Shaq Leonard is like the greatest linebacker of all time if he was able to be productive and
Maybe.
do things
Yeah,
in
he may be.
Eberflus's defense.
Yep, he may be. Yeah, this was another roundhousing. Commanders just didn't have the juice to keep up. Their offense is nowhere near good enough to move the ball
Their offensive
effectively
line
against the Bills'
sucks.
defense, especially with how good the Bills' pass rush can be. They didn't have Von Miller.
Greg Rousseau, baby.
Apparently, but
So-
that
That
offensive
reminds me, I gotta
line
write
gives
that
Howell
down.
nothing.
So speaking
That's another
kind of
football
the
TikTok for
Commanders,
this week.
Miller, how you feel about Eric Bieniemy as your next head coach? Okay. I wanted to know
It's hard
if I
to
needed to
it's hard
find
to
I would
crack
anything.
love
that
to
Bills
get-
defense with a guy like Sam Howell at quarterback.
I would love to
currently,
get
so-
Eric the enemy
and
as
that
our head
offensive
coach.
line.
Eric the enemy.
I
Love
love
that.
I love the auto captions on fucking CapCut, dude. They gave me that gem and I'll never forget it. It's dumb, but I love it.
Eric the enemy.
Well, another big storyline from this week. Minshew Mania is back. Apparently, it happened. It happened again.
Allegedly.
Justin Tucker's washed. Allegedly, the streets are saying Justin Tucker's washed. Missed a
Dude,
61
that
yarder.
was the weirdest kick I've ever seen.
It was right down the middle, but really just short.
Dude, I swear to God, though, the first time I watched it, it looked like it hit an invisible wall and just dropped straight down. I was like, oh, that's good by a mile. They signaled no good. I was like, wait, what the fuck?
God told him no.
Dude, part of me wonders.
On the other side, Matt Gay proved why you pay kickers, because he went
True.
4 for 4 from over 50 and won them
Just
the game.
like that.
So that's
Matt
why you
Gay
pay kickers,
won them the
lady
game.
and gentlemen.
Also,
He
Minshew
did.
Orlovsky.
Did Orlovsky. Not as bad as Orlovsky, but he's still Orlovski'd. He stepped out. He didn't run out of bounds, but yeah.
Was
back
it?
foot.
Wait, was it Jimmy G bad though, where he just walked straight out the back?
It was probably the least of the three.
Yeah,
Stupid of the three.
he took the snap and like turned sideways, and when he turned sideways, his back foot like halfway went out out of the
that's
during
tough.
his drop back, yeah.
Yeah, it was
Also-
like very subtle, but it was definitely
Speaking of
to the
Minshew,
back.
I don't know if you guys have seen this thing on Twitter, but there are people calling for him to start. And there were people, there was an NFL executive that said the words, "I don't know how you can take him out of the starting lineup after that performance this week." Need I remind you that Gardner Minshew went 27 for 44, threw for 227 yards and 1 touchdown, and can't read an NFL defense to save his life.
Bro played mediocre, but they beat the Ravens, so he must be good.
Matt
Dude,
Gay
I
beat
don't
the
know what
Ravens.
happened.
Matt Gay happened.
Matt
I
Gay
guess,
happened. He had
dude.
4 field goals from over 50.
This is good for your agenda.
It is.
Their offense
It is.
wasn't-
It's great for
It's
my
like their
agenda.
offense wasn't even getting them in good position. He had to make 4 field goals from 50 yards. Like,
Right?
like he had to just drill all these ones from way outside. Like, so yeah. I'm not too worried about the Ravens. I mean, they'll be fine.
Wins are a kicker stat, as far as I'm concerned.
Apparently they are
You
now.
know, that's kind of valid based off this game specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
know
and
if
I
either
mean,
you
the
have any other
Vikings
things to say
game,
about,
Dicker the kicker beat Greg Joseph, which I like. Also, greatest nickname in sports, I think. Dicker the kicker
it's
is
up there.
incredible.
It's up there for sure.
Funky.
Any other Colts Ravens thoughts?
Lamar
I like
is a
Packer card.
magician. Oh.
Yeah, well, we knew
Yeah.
that.
Both of these are fair.
He is
Yeah.
Houdini.
I think both guys are pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Patriots Jets.
Did y'all
Patriots
see my
15,
tweet
Jets
about this
10.
game? I had one tweet.
No.
Zach Wilson sucks.
No,
Is that what you
it was
said?
about Mac Jones. The
Mac
final
Jones, if
pass.
he
Is
had
it
the
the
arm of a
same thing you've
toddler.
said every 15
Yeah,
times?
If he had the arms
Dude.
of a toddler, he would be 17-0.
They would be. Dude, every time he throws the ball, I don't know how a 5-yard pass takes 10 seconds to get there. He would give me time to react from the
Bro's
stands.
playing in the Matrix.
I was
It's
just
the
playing the
wi-
Matrix and you're not respecting that. Crazy.
Dude, I'm not respecting it because it doesn't work.
It won.
It's 3rd and 7. If the Jets had anyone else at quarterback, it don't know what that. Zach Wilson's existence does not make Mac Jones good. That's not how this works.
But according to Tony Romo, because he was a 2nd overall pick, he'll be fine eventually because he was a 2nd overall pick. Words that came out of Tony Romo's mouth.
That's insane.
Tony Romo's a
remember,
terrible commentator.
he was
Which
the
is
2nd
wild,
overall pick. So
Because
he's going
Romo
to
was
be fine.
undrafted, so should he have been awful?
Yeah, well, his awfulness came when he got into commentary.
He was drafted second
He's
overall
not even-
for a reason.
Romo's so weird. Remember when he was good in commentary?
No,
His first year, he was elite.
He was so good.
I thought he
Ever
was
since then, he's been
annoying.
going crazy.
Yeah, but Miller,
Um,
you're a hater, so it's okay.
I'm not a
Miller's-
hater.
Mi-
I
Miller-
like Tony Romo. Tony Romo is one of my favorite quarterbacks growing up because the dude is tough as nails. But like, I can't stand listening to him call games because he just says the most obvious shit.
Yeah,
It's-
well, it's better
As you'll
than
see
listening to
here,
Troy
Aiden-
Aikman.
As you'll see here,
I like
Aiden Hutchinson rushed the passer and did not
Says
sack him.
nothing that makes sense ever. Aikman's just like, well, you know, when Justin Jefferson throws to Kirk Cousins because he can't correctly speak ever, and then Joe Buck just hates on one team no matter what. They're the most
Joe
annoying
Buck's just
duo.
like that, dude.
I'm pretty sure Joe Buck just flips a coin to start a game, and whatever team wins the coin toss is the one he doesn't slander all game.
Right?
Joe Buck's
Unless
just
it's
built
Minnesota.
differently.
He slanders Minnesota anytime they
And this
exist.
is why I like Joe Buck.
That's
Yeah.
fucked up. But he praises Green Bay.
The Fox
You win some, you lose some.
Fox pregame meetings before Minnesota Vikings games with Joe Buck and Troy Aikman. It's just Joe Buck being like, "Listen, man, I don't care what you say. Kirk Cousins is gonna suck today. I don't care."
Well, and
He
now
sucks.
Joe Buck calls Monday Night Football. So yeah, Cuzzo's gonna suck. Monday is the one day.
Oh, that's right. He's not even with Fox anymore.
Cuzzo can't play on
completely slipped
Mondays.
my
It's
mind.
bad.
See,
It's
all this to
specifically
say, Al
Mondays.
Michaels solos all.
Not anymore, dude.
Yeah, I think it's
Al
time for
Michaels
him as
phoned
well.
it in.
I
He's
We
done.
need to have some
Here's what I
conversations
can
with
say.
him.
Is Kirk Herbstreit the worst in the league?
Kirk Herbstreit sucks.
Is he Al Michaels' partner? He
Yeah.
is, right?
Yeah.
That guy's
I
bad.
love Al
That's bad.
for the reason that he's phoned it in because it's hilarious. He doesn't give a. He's
doesn't
And the
very
pass
much
is caught by Addison. Oh, he's in the end zone.
Yeah,
Look at
it's
that.
like, dude.
He's hit that point in his life that all old people hit, where they just stop giving a fuck about what they say.
But he also
I
just
love
gets
it.
the worst games ever. Like that
Right,
man,
exactly, and that's
that
why
man
it's
had to sit
entertaining.
there and call the Niners and the Giants this past week.
Yeah,
Remember
but he
last
also
year had to
doesn't
call the
care when he-
Broncos and Colts
When he calls
Yeah.
good games, he doesn't care either.
because he's so numb from the bad ones. They broke
He
Al
should-
Michaels.
Amazon Prime broke Al Michaels. they have
Well,
Well,
ruined
no,
his
they made him
career.
rich.
They need to put me and
They
Al
broke him
Michaels in the booth.
emotionally.
That, let me tell you, me and Al in the booth, it's curtains for everybody else.
David, what'd you
Kevin
think of that
Harlan,
play? Fullback. David,
Fullback.
There wasn't a fullback on. David, there wasn't a
Yes,
fullback
there
on
was.
the field.
Look, and the camera
David.
just zooms into like the dude in the third row on the fucking bench in the corner. It was a
There
defensive
he
snap, and Matt Ricard's
is.
down there drinking Gatorade. Look
There
at the
he
way he
is.
sips, Al. Zoom in on it.
Fullback.
Zoom in on it. Look at the fucking technique on that sip. Of
I
that
love
Gatorade
how
right
much
there.
we derailed with talking about the Patriots and Jets.
David, what'd you think of that throw by Jalen Hurts? Hated it. How's that? Because it didn't get completed to a fullback.
Yeah, the Eagles don't have a fullback. Why the fuck are they on the field? Get 'em outta here.
But yeah, the only good thing that came from the Patriots Jets game was that the Jets only offensive touchdown was scored by Bodden. So,
Also, my favorite agenda of the offseason that wasn't Bears related is aging like a fine wine. Gonzo looks so fucking good, dude.
it's all right. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's all right. He
Pretty
is
good.
he is on par with Mr. Ahmad Gardner from last year. Okay, I think he looks just as good as Sauce did. He's awesome. He allowed the most yards he's allowed so far was a combined 40 between Tyreek and Waddle in his second career game. Allowing less than 40 yards to Tyreek Hill alone in your second career game is a fucking monumental feat. They should put the dude's gloves from that game in Canton just for that achievement.
Fair.
Awesome. And then the pick he had on Tyreek that game. And then yesterday, he had Garrett Wilson in Alcatraz, bro. Gonzo's just like that. And speaking of Sauce, he got fucking bag tagged by Mac Jones. Mac Jones is a dirty little bitch.
We all already knew that, though.
But yeah, I know.
Well,
but
when
he
you're
just
not
keeps giving
good at
us
football,
more
you have
ammo.
to be a dirty player. That's the rules.
It's just how it works.
Mitch never.
Well, because Mitch has more arm strength than a toddler.
Mitch is also a likable fella.
Fair.
We love Mitch.
Yeah.
I miss you.
Patriots 15, Jets 10.
Damn, I never thought I'd hear that. God
Yeah,
Not
damn.
for that. No, not. I don't miss
Damn,
watching him
Miller's
play. I just
down
miss
so
him.
bad.
Dude, no. You guys saw my tweet. I fucking wore my Chase Claypool jersey to campus the other day, and someone, or I'm
You
sorry,
wore your Mitch
I wore
Trubisky
my
jersey.
Mitch Trubisky jersey.
You wore
to
your
campus,
what jersey?
and someone asked me why I was wearing a Chase Claypool jersey.
Yeah, bro owns a Chase Claypool jersey. He said it himself.
No, I own a orange Mitch jersey. You just can't talk.
But we have 6
Poor
games
guy.
left to cover in week 3. Geek, what are we at time-wise?
An hour and 15 minutes in.
Okay,
Alright,
we gotta roll.
What's left?
Yeah, Panthers,
Panthers,
Seahawks.
Seahawks.
Whoa.
Adam Thielen played today.
He played today or
He
Tuesday?
did not. He played on a Tuesday? That's crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
Did,
Who's he
did Minnesota
playing?
did Minnesota Stadium
Talk
cave in
either,
again?
Jesus Christ. Yeah, 145 yards for the 900-year-old Adam Thielen. How do we feel?
That's wild.
Seahawks secondary go Burr, I guess.
Dude, Andy,
I mean,
but yeah, speaking of the thing, Andy Dalton looking good is so bad for Bryce Young. I know it does nothing, but it's bad narratively. You know? It's
Oh,
tough.
that tweet just made me so happy. Sorry, I got distracted and saw a tweet. That was cool.
Yeah, Andy Dalton being good is bad narratively for Bryce Young was my point.
Unfortunately.
but yeah, I mean, we realize Bryce Young for now, though. So
But
yeah, but okay,
Ken Walker good at football.
Very.
very good at football. Seahawks good at football. Panthers not good at football.
Pretty much, yeah.
Usually that's why a team wins.
Yeehaw.
This will take up the next 20 minutes of our time. Chiefs 41, Bears 10. Miller,
Taylor
you
Swift.
have 4. You guys know that Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift are dating? Have you guys seen that yet?
No.
Have you guys seen that Taylor Swift?
Hey guys,
And
guys,
you'll never understand this. You'll never guess where she sat. She sat with Donna Kelsey,
Guys,
Travis Kelce's mom, and Dennis
Guys,
Rodman.
that was not Dennis Rodman.
Dennis Rodman.
I am going to believe that it was until
That's his headcanon.
That feels.
I had a candidate
dude.
that Dennis Rodman
My
was in that box next to
my
Taylor Swift.
favorite reply to that tweet was someone saying, "I'm glad you're," or it was something along the lines of like, "I'm glad you're in sports and not law enforcement because there would be a lot of innocent black men behind bars right now."
True.
I was like, "God damn!"
Albert Breer, that was
listen.
a mistake.
Listen, did you guys see Travis Kelce find a blank space in the end zone?
Oh my god.
I think he found a blank space in the end zone, guys.
Remember when
I
he then
think
scored a
I think-
touchdown?
I think well, yeah, that's what
No,
he did when
see,
he found the
my
blank space in the
takeaway
end zone.
is I just love Patty Mahomes. I saw a video on TikTok.
Of him
Mahomes
just
is talking to Kelsey and he points. They see Taylor Swift and he's just doing the little wave up at her. Just
hi Taylor.
Hi.
Mhm.
But no, the
my-
post game interview, I felt the pressure. Dude doesn't feel pressure in Super Bowls, but yeah, I felt the pressure from the Swifties. Had to get
It's got a
Travis a
rhythm, man.
touchdown, but it was on a play where Travis just kind of did whatever the fuck he wanted, and I threw it to him. So
Yeah.
I love that.
Also, my favorite thing to come out of this game was, well, there were two things, but the more important one is the clip of Taylor Swift like talking to somebody up in the box, and there's no one like responding to her, or you can't make out what she's saying. She's talking to somebody, so people keep like quote tweeting it with like really niche football references. It'll like, just trying to like incorporate the Swifties into football, which is
Yeah.
fucking hilarious.
I have a
Like,
YouTube
I saw
video
another-
planned around that already.
I saw another tweet where someone said, "How long do we think it is until the Swifties start arguing whether or not you should pay running backs a second contract?"
Nice.
And then someone else, who was it? It was someone big. I want to say it might have been Brett. Said that the Swifties, if we give them a year, are going to find a better metric for valuing player performance than EPA per play, and I thought that was great too.
Somebody
the
said
other
something about how long until the Swifties start arguing whether or not wins are a QB stat.
We need to get them on the right side of things quickly.
True.
But then
Dude,
the other thing,
I hate the people. I'm sorry. The people talking about the
ahead.
whole Taylor Swift thing and like how this is just how she knows nothing about football, so it's stupid, and it just brings fans who don't know anything about football. That's good for football.
Yeah,
It is good for the
everybody.
NFL that more people like it now and watch the product and buy jerseys. This is good.
Travis Kelce's jersey sales went up like
400%.
400%. Yeah.
Dude,
He gained
Crazy.
300,000 followers on social media.
I think the thing Twitter psychos forget about sometimes is that 90% of fans don't know ball enough to like care. To like sit here and break down plays and like, you know, actually dissect whether Kevin O'Connell's a good coach, because most of it's just like, well, the offense isn't as good as I want it, so it must be the coach's fault. Like, they don't get it, which is fine. That's most football fans.
But anyway,
We're
Miller,
just
you are legally obligated to talk about the Bears for the content.
Yeah, so the other good thing that came out of this was do you guys know who, I always butcher his last name. Do you guys know who Jacob Infante is? Yeah, I always butcher his last name. So back when Taylor Swift broke up with her last boyfriend, he tweeted out as a joke that Taylor Swift and Jack Sanborn were hanging out, because it's funny because it's Jack Sanborn. He looks like a thumb. So there was this big joke on Bears Twitter going into the game, like, this is the Jack Sanborn legacy game. Taylor's here. She's in attendance. He's going to do something crazy. And I remember I was so dead in like the third quarter. And then Blake Gabbert threw a fucking pick to Jack Sanborn. And I was out of my chair, on my feet, losing my shit. I was like, oh my God, he did it. Sanborn did it. And then I was like, wait a minute. We're still down by 40.
Tough. No, see, the real best thing to come out of this game was when Justin Fields looked like he had a concussion and DJ Moore walked him off the field.
Yeah,
That's the real
that was
best thing.
Wholesome teammate thing. Yes,
Yeah.
very wholesome, very good. Me like. I didn't want to talk about Justin because it makes me sad.
Dude, I'm worried at this point.
I'm
I think
worried,
that
but I'm not
coaching
out.
staff destroyed him. Mentally,
Dude.
I think Justin's done. Like, I don't know if you can fix him in Chicago.
I genuinely think, and maybe this is me being delusional and trying to hang on to something, which at this point, I don't know if you can fucking blame me,
Right.
but I genuinely think if Luke Getsy got fired and Andrew Janico, our QB's coach, who's worked with like 10 different types of quarterback and wasn't just a Rodgers lackey that got a job because he knew Matt LaFleur and Aaron Rodgers. Like Janico, he was with the Vikings at one point, wasn't he? Wasn't he I want to say he was like the offensive quality control coach or some shit for you guys at one point. Maybe the passing game coordinator.
Yes.
I don't know. It was something. He worked with Kirk Cousins. I know that.
I'm trying to figure out when he was there. Hold on.
Yeah.
I don't
I
remember.
think he was with the Vikings before he was with the Bears.
He was with the Vikings. Oh, damn. He was there for a long time. He was the offensive quality control coach in 2015 and 2016, which are the Teddy Bridgewater years.
Right.
Then in 2017, he was the O-line coach. That was the NFC Championship game year. Then he was offensive line coach in 2018 with Cuzzo, 2019 with Cuzzo.
So wait a minute.
2020 as wide receivers coach, which would be the Justin Jefferson year. And then he was quarterbacks coach in 2021 before he went to...
Wait a fucking minute.
Yeah.
I just saved the Bears.
Yeah, did you?
I actually just... Dude, Janico worked with Teddy as the offensive quality control coach.
Uh-huh.
He worked with Justin Jefferson his rookie year as the wide receivers coach, and he spent multiple years working with the offensive line.
And, he spent many years, he made Case Keenum. He was on the staff that made Case Keenum look good, and Sam Bradford.
He has a history of letting quarterbacks play to their strengths and making it work.
Yeah.
And not only that, he has experience with the offensive... Dude, fire Getsy fucking yesterday. Janico is our savior.
I like this narrative. Oh, shit.
I mean...
Oh, never mind. I read that wrong. I thought he spent half a season as the Vikings OC with the whole Clint Kubiak deal.
Gotcha.
That was a time.
No, unironically though, everything going on with Justin right now is mental.
Yeah.
It's all mental. It's all in his head. He looks scared. He's hesitant to pull the trigger on different throws. He looks slower. He's just not playing like himself. And I really think Getsy has a lot to do with that. Like, Justin's not the type of person to... Okay, say your thing and then I'll finish.
Janico's father, Tim, was a fullback at Penn State.
You what?
Guys, we're on
Jake's just scared because we figured out how to save the Bears and win the Super Bowl.
I'm not scared. I'm simply scared of our timing here.
That's
No,
fine.
And he said the word fullback.
It's fine. That's
No,
fair.
okay. No, the point here,
Sorry.
Getsy, you know, we've talked about it over and over again. Getsy wants Fields to be a pocket passer, and like at the beginning of the year, I get that you want him to develop there.
Surely
It's
he
not
can be
working.
that.
It's not working, right? Because, and you know, I could go on this rant 100 times over, and it's the same shit, different day, whatever. He's just too far on the opposite end of the spectrum. You went from backyard football to Peyton Manning. You got to find a happy medium in there somewhere. He can't do that. So because of that, it's fucked up Fields mentally. He's not the type of guy to ever deflect blame. That's never been his thing. If he is saying the coaches might be a problem like he did last week, the coaches are probably a problem. So I think if the Bears have a really bad outing against the Broncos or even lose to the Broncos, I think at the very least Luke Getsy will get fired. If Luke Getsy gets fired, I think we'll see a different Justin Fields. Now, I'm not saying this will be a Justin Fields that 100% franchise quarterback makes it worth passing on whoever. But it'll look better. And the whole point I'm trying to make here is maybe I'm delusional. Maybe I'm hanging on to threads because I just am desperate for a franchise quarterback and I don't want to go through the process of fucking drafting another one and them maybe working out, maybe not. But I still think there's something there. I'm not totally out on Fields. I'm more worried than I've ever been, but I'm not. I'd be lying if I said I'm out. Everything else, though, the coaching, Eberflus is a fucking joke. Defense sucks. The linebackers are still not getting a fair shake. I don't care what anybody says. The linebackers are fine. That's the one part of the defense that's fine. Justin Jones should not be employed by an NFL team, let alone steal snaps from a second-round pick. Darnell Wright's pretty cool.
Yeah, sure. Roshan Johnson could be cool.
He didn't... No, he is cool, but they don't give him fucking snaps. Luke Getsy says, run the ball. Never heard of her after being arguably the best run game in all of football last year.
Run the ball. Never heard of her. Dude, the Bears coaching staff is a dumpster fire. It's insane.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, you got 2021 Mike Zimmer without ever getting 2014 through 2020 Mike Zimmer. It's so unfortunate.
I don't want to take up any more time, but like his defense is so fucking mind-boggling and infuriating. Like, dude, we get it. You have one system you like. It's not fucking working and it doesn't match any of your personnel. Try something different. Shake it up even a little bit. Tampa 2 does not work when you don't have a pass rush. Point blank period. And they don't have one.
Fair. No, I need to do the transition. I need to do my best Skip Bayless. How about them Cowboys? That's funny. I have to make fun of Skip. It's very important to me.
That's all I have to say about this game. Just
how about them Cowboys?
You know what I have to say about this game? Jonathan Gannon's a good head coach.
Yeah, he actually is. It's wild.
And Mike McCarthy is a bad one.
Yes.
Like always.
Yeah.
Josh Dobbs.
So there's the reason why they lost this game.
A rocket
Because
scientist.
Jonathan Gannon
quarterback.
and the coaching staff.
They simply
and
have
the coaching
fire
staff in
their
Arizona, they fire in their gut. They schemed up an offense that worked against a very good Cowboys defense. James Conner went crazy for some reason. They had guys going open. Josh Dobbs went crazy with his legs. I mean, like, dude.
Yeah, dude. Kyler is actually going to come back and play this year. Because I think the Cardinals might actually compete for the playoffs. Like, actually.
Depending on when he comes back, that could definitely happen.
They'd be 3-0 if they had Kyler.
Yeah, absolutely. I hate the weird Cardinals fans on Twitter. Like, Josh Dobbs is keeping them from Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams is a great prospect. Don't get me wrong. I'm probably higher on Caleb than everybody else in the universe. Definitely partially biased, but it's fine. He's also incredible. But you already have Kyler. Kyler's not bad. He's not even mediocre. Kyler's really fucking good at football.
He's arguably the best quarterback in the NFC.
Yeah, you could argue it. And with how Jalen Hurts has started off the season,
Precisely.
Kyler's the best quarterback in the NFC.
Yeah, right now.
I'm convinced of that.
I'm cool with either because the other option's also an Oklahoma guy, so my bias wins no matter what.
Sorry, I think Dakota's better.
He just played against a team with a guy named Marco Wilson at corner 1 and lost.
Respect Marco Wilson, buddy. He's going to be a household name here real soon.
I really don't think so.
But yeah, there really
Come back to this video when Marco Wilson wins Depoy.
Damn, nobody's
Miller
ever
sent
coming
ya.
back to this video.
Alan Miller sent you.
No, the Raiders, Jimmy G and the Raiders lost to the Steelers 22-18.
I'm so glad I didn't watch this game.
Because Josh McDaniels said, "Hey, we're down by 8. Let's kick the field goal." And when asked about it in the post game, he said, "quote We needed multiple possessions." Those were words that he said.
I'm going to say something that might be a little rude.
Oh no. Well, that's probably what I was thinking.
The Raiders would be better off with Grayson at head coach.
True.
You sure?
Yeah, because as we saw from the thing Grayson posted, he'd just hire people he knows are actually smart to do all the work, and he'd just sit back and take the credit. Which, cool.
Also, I
Who
think
cares?
Grayson can do simple math.
Fair. Also,
It's more what I was
Dude.
into.
So do you think McDaniel's missing Derek Carr yet? Dude, the throw to Devontae that was the pick that ended the game. Under zero pressure, how do you overthrow Devontae like that? Biggest play of the game, you just fucking miss. To the point where Devontae doesn't even jump. He's like, I can't get there. Do you know how bad of a miss that has to be?
He will be traded to a contender.
Free Devontae, man. Which is sad. Because he looks so sick in a Raiders uniform. It looks
I'm
so good.
sad the Raiders and the Chiefs are in the same division because it would be so funny if Devontae became a Chief.
Hey, in-division trades happen nowadays.
Yeah,
Also-
but I don't think they happen with Devontae.
Dude, at this point, fucking the Raiders need to just blow it up, trade everybody. Everybody.
Yeah.
All of them. Tyree Wilson's a Bear now.
Ash Crosby. You are.
I would so win, dude. I don't even care that he has a zero. I don't even care that he has a 0% pass rush win rate. Me. Tyree Wilson's still him. He's just stuck.
Is he?
Also, Josh Jacobs might just suck now. I don't know.
I know. It's
mean,
because they're not running the ball correctly.
Josh Jacobs is just back to being Josh Jacobs is the part I think everyone's forgetting.
I really, really gotta look at the film because I have heard so many conflicting things about Josh Jacobs. Like realistically, it probably is he's just back to being mid.
Yeah.
But I've heard so many Raiders fans complaining about the way the Raiders run scheme has shaped up. And like the way their blocking assignments have changed and the way their utilization of Jakob Johnson is adjusted. Like apparently they have no fucking clue what they're doing personnel wise against the run. Like I did see one play. I was watching the Bills against the Raiders the other day. I wasn't really focusing on the blocking assignments. I was just trying to watch Greg Rousseau. And there was a play where the Bills had like 5 dudes in the box and they blew up 21 personnel run.
Yeah.
And it's like, it wasn't even like close. It wasn't like a dude stunted and got a really good release or some shit. It was like they just outmanned them while being outmanned personnel wise. And it was really sad.
Yeah.
That's the type of play where if I was on the Raiders O-line, I would have just quit.
Both teams mid.
Yeah.
One of them had to win, so yeah.
Steelers defense legit.
They are.
True.
They're very good. Yeah.
PJ Watt's like kind of good at football.
Eh.
Yeah.
And also, Keanu Benton got his first sack, which makes me very happy, but also very angry because I wanted him in Chicago so fucking bad.
Who did you
Keanu
want in
Benton.
Chicago?
Miles Murphy.
Okay.
Valid.
Jalen Carter. Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, Eagles Bucks. What a weird game. What a weird football game.
Dude, the
It
Bucks
was
defense
certainly-
confuses me.
They have a defense?
No, which is the thing. I thought
know that's
Vita
so
Vea
ironic
was going to be
saying
able
that
to
as a
stop
Bears
the
fan,
run, and
No.
Dude,
DeAndre Swift legacy
DeAndre
game, part
Swift
2.
is scaring me. He still has zero vision, but like he's good now.
Oh yeah, that's what happens when you throw him behind the Eagles' offensive line. Listen, here's the thing: DeAndre Swift has zero vision, and when he has a single cutback lane, he's never going to see it. When you play for the Eagles, you have 5 cutback lanes on
True.
any single play.
Dude, I love
You could literally run anywhere and win.
Theo is the hardest person to talk about because I see him on Twitter
Well, I
all the time.
didn't-
You have to hate him, but you
Gainwell
also
do
have
that.
to love some things he does. Because somebody like yelled at Theo about the DeAndre Swift take and are we gonna get another breakdown about how his
Listen.
vision's bad? And Theo immediately posts a video of Swift running. There's just a single safety and 10 yards between the safety and the sideline. Swift could just burn past him. Instead, he cuts into the contact and gets tackled. It's like, yeah, dude's got no vision.
I was told Kenneth Gainwell was RB1.
I mean,
And he had 2 less carries and had almost
More-
100 less yards. So, yeah.
Well, see, it's that Kelsey Swift connection.
true.
True.
It's
You
the
guys
only
hear
reason
that?
why he's playing
That's
good.
what DJ and Travis Kelce. Did you guys see that? Did you guys hear that
Did
at all?
you guys see
Guys,
the
did
tweet?
you see the
someone
Mike
got
Evans catch? I'm over the Swift thing. That catch was incredible.
Swift?
It
Did you guys
was.
hear about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce?
Well, listen, no. Did you guys see the picture somebody got of Jason Kelsey and DeAndre Swift standing next to each other?
Yeah.
And they tweeted out, and the caption just said, "You're telling me these two are fucking?"
Right, I love that. Also, dude, what the fuck is Devin White?
Bad
not
linebacker,
Dude just
maybe?
doesn't care anymore. It's
Just- yeah.
insane. The interception.
I
Oh, it's
hate
just
Devin.
you
Let's
and
not
Jalen
forget-
Hurts.
also-
Let me just run out of bounds 10 yards before the quarterback.
Let's also remember that Devin White didn't want to be in this team to start the season. So,
Let's
Even
remember
requested a
Devin
trade.
White
Let's
was
also
never
remember
that
that
good.
Devin. Let's also remember that Devin White had sexual relations with an underage girl. It doesn't
Huh?
get talked about enough. Yeah.
okay, no more Devin White talk. Bye.
That
Rams
was a thing that
Bengals.
happened. Oh, I wanted to talk about Jalen Carter.
No, because
Okay,
you'll go on
talk
a
about
rant. The same
get-
as last
you-
week. Let's
you
all
get-
chill the fuck
I'm
out.
li-
All right, let's move on.
Okay,
Jesus.
listen.
No, he's good. I was gonna say he's good, but I want it to be known: 2 legends can coexist. Bears fans, we can be happy we got Darnell right. Jalen Carter is also very good at football.
Okay, did it in 3. Perfect. All right, Rams Bengals.
I'm sorry, Joseph.
They're trying to look how they massacred my boy.
They're trying to kill him.
They're trying to kill Joe Burrow. They're playing him while he's injured, and they're trying to kill him.
Drop back
doesn't-
50
Still didn't
times,
even
I
play
dare ya.
horrible.
Right.
He wasn't even that bad.
And the crazy thing is, too, the Geek said drop back 50 times. Joe Mixon looked good.
Yeah.
Why not run him more?
He went
Speaking of
19
running,
for 67
Rams,
and a
why
tutty.
not run the ball? Rams refused to run the ball, and they looked good when they did.
They had 10 carries by a running back, and looks like 13 total. 13 total.
They make me so angry.
Tutu Atwell, Matthew Stafford, and Van Jefferson each had 1 carry
Matt Stafford did indeed run the football one time.
for 7 yards, which is more than Van Jefferson did, so good for him. Puka Nacua, 5 receptions, 72 yards.
Tough
Gotta
Puka
look-
game.
Tamest Puka Nacua game.
Yeah, like Tamis Puka Nacua game.
72
Oh,
yards,
yeah.
what a scrub.
Scrub. The Cup Nakua duo
Dude,
is
what
gonna
the
go
fuck
crazy
happened to
when
T.
that thing
Higgins,
comes.
bro?
He changed to number 5, and
He
now
had like
he's
8
Yeah.
drops. It's wild.
2 catches for 21 yards for a superstar receiver is not good. Chase, Joe Burr though, had
Dude.
over half of Joe Burrow's passing yards.
You know who else fucking go Burr? Trey Hendrickson.
Yeah, he's good.
I
He's a-
would give my left
You know who-
kidney for a Trey Hendrickson in Chicago.
You know who go Burr?
Joe Burr?
Logan Wilson's 2 interceptions go Burr.
They do go
Yeah,
Burr.
two? I missed the other one.
Logan Wilson,
I
the GOAT.
didn't really pay attention.
Pretty sure they were both
half.
just passes that got tipped and just landed in his
I
lap.
saw the
Still,
second one.
Logan
Yeah.
Wilson go crazy.
You gotta make the play, man.
Listen, there is an art to having a nose for the ball, and Logan Wilson has mastered it.
Logan Wilson, my GOAT.
That's Tyler Boyd and Chase Brown. Why are they listed on the defense? Did they go out on defense?
It happens a lot. Is it because of like the weird like interception thing?
Probably. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Because that's every game has had a bunch of offensive guys listed as defensive guys, and it's confusing.
Yeah.
Hey, look, we finally made it through the games. We got 20 minutes to cook our predictions. Let's go.
Okay, we are
like
going. Yeah, we're gonna blow through these like we always do. We'll have a good timed episode. All right, let's ride. Thursday night, Lions at Packers. Give me Detroit.
Also,
Wow.
give me Detroit.
Hold on, I don't have my picks up, so ramble.
Packers are at home, but I do think the Lions are still a better football team. I don't think our offense can quite keep up with the Lions' offense yet. I don't know. I don't think we'll have much of an answer for their rushing attack if Jahmyr Gibbs is good, I guess. And we have a ton of injuries still. We don't know if Jair's going to play. Devondre Campbell got hurt in the Saints game. Carrington Valentine, who's been a fantastic corner for us, got hurt in the game. Christian Watson's back. We know that. Aaron Jones looks like he's going to be out again. David Bakhtiari isn't going to play. Elton Jenkins doesn't look like he's going to play. So Aiden Hutchinson might be a bad offensive line merchant when he gets 3 sacks against Jordan Love this week. But yeah, give me Detroit.
If he ends up with 0, I'm going to go on
victory.
the wildest.
So am I. If he gets 0
tirade.
sacks against this Packers offensive line, I'm going to go crazy.
I just request
give me the
Sam
Lions
Laporte
also.
a bad game. That's all I want.
Same.
You want a Sam Laporte a bad game?
Mhm.
Devondre Campbell plays, it will be. If he doesn't, it could be a
If
good
he
game.
doesn't, we're relying on Quay Walker, and it's.
I was gonna
it's
say if he
Mahover.
doesn't, I will actually root for Quay Walker.
Be a Quay Walker fan for a game, yeah.
Yeah.
Falcons Jags in London.
The Toy Story game.
give
Toy
me
Story
the
game.
home team, the actual home team. Give me the Jags.
I'll take the Jags. Yeah, I'll take the Jags here too.
Yeah.
Before we go any further, I should probably pull up the document where I write down all.
Oh yeah, you probably should. Let's ramble. So the Toy Story game. Are you guys gonna watch that version of it? I don't know if I'll be awake early enough.
I may watch a quarter of it in Toy Story mode.
Dude, I think I'm gonna watch
but I
the
don't
whole
have
game.
Disney Plus, so I can't.
I think I'm gonna watch the whole game that way.
Is that all it's streaming on? Is Disney Plus?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Dude,
didn't know
I
if
just
it was
want to know
okay.
how they're rendering it in real time like that.
It's crazy. It's insane to me.
That
the
fucking
technology. I don't know how
Disney
they're doing
magic,
it.
dude. I don't understand it.
Mm-hmm.
I know, right?
See what I
Lions
just need
and
Streamies
Jags queen
to have
sweeps.
it.
Shaky boy. Right? You
Yes.
picked the Jags too, Miller?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I was just helping him with his writing. We got the queen sweeps. It's bad. We're gonna have to start disagreeing.
Geek, I don't like your hair color.
Yo, what the fuck? But it's like 3 hair colors at once.
Exactly, it's too many.
Oh,
Pick one and stick with it, bud.
it's not up to me. I didn't choose this. I did pick one once. I picked purple. And then I picked pink.
Stick with purple.
That's really expensive. You want to pay for me to get my hair done?
No.
Because to get my hair dyed purple, especially with how long it is now, would be like $300, $400. So I'm real.
What do you do? Do you go to like a salon to get it done, or do you do it yourself?
Go to a salon because
Oh,
I have to
okay.
bleach it,
That makes sense.
and I'm not bleaching my own hair.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, I
Alright, let's
figured
ride.
maybe you had someone else help you. I didn't realize you went to a salon for it, but that's respectable. That's
Oh
valid.
yeah, I don't like to fuck with my hair. That's how you end
That's
up with fucked up hair.
I don't blame you. I did that once, and I ended up with a buzz cut, and it was not fun.
See,
There's
there you
videos
go.
of me on TikTok with a buzz cut, and they're scary.
Goodness. All
They're really
right.
scary.
What's our next game,
we can-
Jakey boy?
Rams Colts.
Oh,
Rams Colts. Let's cook. I'm taking the Rams.
I'm
my
also
friend.
taking the Rams.
I'm
I
taking
was gonna try to do ram horns, but I don't know how I do that with my
Dude,
hands.
I
Would go
also
like
love
this?
pre-game, the video from the tunnel of the Rams button heads like actual Rams. I think that's
pretty
hilarious.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Ravens versus the Browns.
ravines.
If
We're
the
Take the Ravens. We're testing the thing. I'm also taking the Ravens.
I'll take the Ravens.
If the Browns win, I have to pick the Browns from here on out, though. We're testing the thing.
Screw it. I'm taking Cleveland.
That's a mistake. But that's a variable that can't exist, then it's not an accurate test.
You're ruining the scientific experiment.
Jake doesn't understand science.
I don't care about the experiment. I care about winning the leaderboard.
This guy and his ego.
Right? Bro thinks he can cook.
Panthers. Give me the Panthers.
Against who?
Adam Thielen
Vikings,
revenge game, question mark? Vikings,
Give me the
Panthers.
Vikings. I need the Vikings to win.
Taking the Panthers in an upset.
I'm picking the Vikings, but I feel like I should pick the other way just to see if test that scientific method. Does me picking the Vikings make them lose? I don't know, but I'm picking the Vikings.
This is the only time you'll ever hear me say I need the Vikings to win.
Valid. Well, you also need us to win because you don't want us competing with you for the first pick.
I'm more worried about the Panthers pick, but yeah.
Fair.
Okay. Bengals Titans. I'm taking
Bengals.
the Bengals. They're back. They're back.
Bengals.
They are so back. We're clean sweeping a lot of games this week, guys.
Yeah.
Bucks Saints. Give me Jameis revenge game, Saints.
The Bucks.
Yeah,
Jameis is good at football.
No Derek Carr, give me the Bucks. You've got the leadership of Winston versus the leadership of Baker. Baker knows how to rally those troops. Look, he started the Rams headbutt that they're still doing now that he's gone. He started it while not wearing his helmet and fucking headbutting his teammates.
Yeah, he's just like that.
He's like that.
A game that is somehow a 1 o'clock game. The Dolphins and the Bills.
Dolphins.
Give me the Dolphins.
I'm taking the Dolphins.
Dude,
as well.
Vic is going to have a
guys.
field day with Ken Dorsey's offense. It's going to be epic.
No, see, this is going to be one of those magical times where Josh Allen plays like the best quarterback in football.
Possible with Ken Dorsey.
Which I'm so down for. Give me just a shootout. I want 70-63. I don't care who wins.
I want 10-3. I want a good defensive matchup.
With the Dolphins and the Bills, that's so fucking lame.
Vic Fangio masterclass.
Yeah, every time he gets one of those, he bitches about how boring the game is. Nothing happened. It's so boring.
Think it's fun.
Except you don't. You think it's boring.
Not with Vic.
Oh my god.
Vic's the exception.
Guys, I'm going to say something crazy. I think the Chicago Bears are getting their first win of the season this week.
So do I.
Nope. You're not allowed to
I
bet on
am
the Bears.
taking the Bears.
I'm picking the Bears also.
Bears.
Rude.
Dude,
Miller.
the Broncos have the run defense of a high school team. If Justin
Bears don't run.
Dude, if Justin Fields alone just doesn't run it every play and they lose the game, cut Justin Fields because he's useless if he doesn't just think to run it himself every play. The Broncos defense couldn't stop me from gaining 8 yards a carry. Like, fucking Jesus.
The Broncos defense is also really stupid, so they're going to fall for the, what is this?
Right. 100%.
Justin's not going to do that. He's just going to juke him out of their shoes.
That's fine. Me and Justin are not the same type of player.
Bears by a billion. Hold on, where are my fucking glasses? We are so back.
Oh, dude, the weekly we are so back.
Commanders versus Eagles.
Give me the Eagles.
Yeah.
Give me another Sam Howell disaster class.
If I speak.
He's going to say it.
Are you so back?
Hail to the motherfucking Commanders, baby.
They did do it last year.
Yeah, but the second time they played, not the first.
Don't matter. Heineke better. Even
Steelers
though
versus Texans.
Give me the Steelers.
Give me the Steelers.
I kind of expect Stroud to get annihilated. Houston's O-line is so bad.
This is going to be a real defensive matchup.
Yeah, it will.
This will be a fun game to watch. I won't get to watch it because it's a 1 o'clock game, right?
I think so.
It'll be a fun defensive matchup.
The Waiters versus the Chargers.
Chargers by a billion.
Give me the Chargers.
By $1.5 billion, actually.
Nice.
If one of us wins, we all win this week, apparently. Oh gosh, another one that should be Cardinals Niners.
Oh, why couldn't the Cardinals play someone else? Give me the Niners.
I know.
Right?
Yeah, I probably would have picked the Cardinals against most.
I wanted to
teams,
pick the
honestly.
Cardinals this week so bad, but I can't
Give me
pick against the
if
Niners.
Kyler Murray plays, I'm picking the Cardinals.
I legally can't pick against the 49ers.
That's fair. Sacrilege.
Really?
I picked against the 49ers week 1 and it didn't go well.
True.
That
That was a mistake. A Jake mistake.
We're looking at Pats versus Cowboys.
Give me them boys.
If I speak.
I'm taking the Patriots.
Oh my God. Dude.
Gonzo gonna have Dak in purgatory.
Don't care. Mac Jones is going to throw 84 interceptions to Stephon Gilmore. Micah Parsons is going to eat the entire offense. Dude, it'll be the Giants game, and the defense will score 40.
Fuel the agenda.
Are you taking the Patriots, Miller?
Yes.
You know, Gonzo can play well when the Patriots lose, you weirdo. Wins are not a cornerback stat.
The best Sunday night game that we're going to see all year.
I'm taking Christian Gonzalez.
Okay.
Best Sunday night game we would have seen all year, but sadly will be one of the worst we'll see all year. Chiefs-Jets. I mean,
Unless no,
way.
Give me the fucking Chiefs, dude.
There ain't
Jesus.
no way Zach Wilson beats Patrick Mahomes.
Unless. What if he does?
What if Tim Boyle starts? They give him the number 12. He's just TB12, and they win.
Seahawks Giants, our final game. Pick.
Give me the Seahawks.
I'm gonna pick the Giants just for the sake of being different.
That's so dumb.
If he's right, though.
It does nothing.
500 IQ play.
Wow. What are we at time-wise?
We still got 9 minutes, so yell about fantasy.
Oh, yeah. J Power NFL is now in first place in the fantasy league. I'm in second. Hammy is in third. Let me check who's in
God damn it. Where the fuck did I fall to?
position between you
I'm in
two
fifth.
bozos.
Did I lose? I haven't checked any fantasy leagues this week.
Probably.
I don't know where you are. No, you won, but you're still below me.
Who did I beat?
Miller is still below Geek.
I beat Mason. I see it now.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Shout out Zach Moss. God damn.
Yeah, dude, my fantasy team is so fucked, especially with Rashad Penny not playing at all. My starting running backs gave me a combined 3.4 points, and all of them came from Antonio Gibson, and I'm still winning.
And to update everybody on the picks leaderboard as well, the way it currently sits is I'm in first place at 29 and 19. Miller is in second place at 27 and 21, and Geek is in last place at 25 and 23.
I took too many shots last week. I took too many shots, and they did not pay. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. But if it's anything like the NBA, you still miss about 70% of the shots you do take.
Hey, did you guys know that Travis Kelce shot a shot with Taylor Swift?
Oh my fuck!
You guys
dude.
know that Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift are dating. That's how we're going to end the show. By the way, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are dating. And thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Run the North podcast. We really appreciate you guys for all the support you guys have been giving us throughout this entire journey. Be sure to do everything you can to help grow the podcast. Give us a rating and review on Spotify. Go like, comment, subscribe to the YouTube, and follow us over on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, all at Run the North Pod. We will see you next week.
Bye.